Hey guys, so good news and bad news. Good news is I'll be playing the expedition tomorrow. The bad news is I'm apparently brain dead. Guess what I did when I was low on sleep? That's right, Terminal deleted some save files, the wrong ones. So all that work we did the past week, we get to do that all again. Isn't that great, chat? All that work we did on that base, that sky base, in the beautiful world in the beautiful weatherless galaxy and all that, I'm so ticked off. Well, here we go again. First, I need to get ferrite dust because that's gonna be important. So all my farming work, all that's gone. Um. So yeah. Hey. So yeah, I was just saying, Hyper. Guess what? I was extremely sleepy to this morning, and when I went to open up a new file for the expedition, I deleted the file I've been working on for the past week. So that's why I'm ticked off. Because all that work, all that work I did on the farm, all the farming, all the exploring I did. Oops, come on, I get to do that all again. Lovely. I get to do all of that over again. So we're starting from scratch again because fuck me, I guess. The universe just hates me. And now I'm probably gonna cook myself, so I need to get sodium as per usual. Alright, no analysis visor installed. Let's see, scanner. Uh Sodium right up there. Yeah, this is what I get for trying to cater to my audience. I'm gonna delete an old file. So I can do the expedition in VR. I know for a fact a lot of people probably don't really do for viewer pleasure. My brain says, "No, you don't. Let's go!" And it proceeds to delete the file I've been working on and invest a lot of time and effort and pain into. No, I have not. I've not seen a lot of the old Transformers stuff. I've seen. Oh, whoops, hold on. No, whoop. Me too. I've seen. I've seen G1. I haven't seen Beast Wars though. And for the record, I do not blame my audience for my own blunder. That would just be awful if I did that. It'd be completely unfair. It'd be completely awful. The reason I brought my audience is because I'm trying to cater to them. And I thought, I should do the expedition in VR. That'd be a fun experience for everyone. Because I know that a lot of people don't do that. They'll play the expedition, sure, but not in VR. Or at least the game seems to be kind of generous to me right here. It's giving me a lot of oxygen I can use. Is this? Oh, there we go. My starship's out that way. Alright, I should probably install my some other stuff in here. Let's install this. Alright, I need carbon for that. Okay, well, here's a character. There's a character named Waspinator that is always... What the heck? Why can't I... 1 second. It's always has bad stuff happening to him. And he starts saying, why universe is Waspinator? And I was going to... I've heard of Waspinator. I watched a little bit of Transformers Animated. I think he's in there too, isn't he? I think there's one episode of that series where he tries to switch places with Bumblebee, because Bumblebee like took his place in an academy or something. I'm not sure. I've dabbled in old Transformers. I think my favorite series of all time, aside from Transformers Prime and Robots in Disguise 2015, is the 2001 Robots in Disguise, which was basically just an anime. It was just, it's like they don't want to acknowledge it at Hasbro for some reason, but it happened. It was really cool too. I really like it. I wish it had gone on longer, but nope, it didn't. Well, I'm getting completely off track. The bright side, I'm probably gonna have church this week. Okay, there's a wasp. I mean, Income's Waspinator. Yeah, thought so. Give me that. No, give me. And my weapon charge is depleted, so that's cool. I should have gotten the oxygen from that. Darn it. I'm gonna need to get more sodium too. Thankfully I see some up on that hill there. If only I could find a big patch of it. Cute little noise made. Meow. I don't know if I mentioned this to you yet the other day, but I have a new hyperfixation right now. It's Amazing World of Gumball. You know, the 2011 cartoon. It's really it was good as a kid. It's good now. As a 25-year-old. When I say kid, I mean I was 11 at the time. Now, the show's apparently supposed to be on Adult Swim, or at least that's where it was originally intended to go. I fully recommend people watch it. I hear it's getting like a new season soon, so it's being revived. It's really freaking funny. I think one of my favorite bits is the fact when they actually recognize that Gumball is a Nicole are cats. Since normally the whole world is weird. It's like a really weird world. It works like ours does. It's like a slice of life sort of show, but it gets bizarre regularly. But sometimes you'll see Gumball do things like cut a window open with a nail or claw, as it would be, or make extremely athletic leaps when he's extremely tired, or do insane sprints or almost seemingly like sidestep falling objects. Oh, if you watch Beats Wars, you really like it. G1 was pretty much a glorified toy commercial. Beast Wars is really good storytelling, either than Prime. I'm sure I'll get around to it. But like, when you see this stuff, you think, oh, it's just cartoon logic. But no, Gumball gets to do that. He gets to sidestep falling objects. He gets to land on his feet from huge heights. He gets to jump between buildings because he's a cat. He's a feline. He's athletic. But it's like it's in his genes. But then in the same exact house, you have a fish that evolved out of a goldfish that evolved out of its fishbowl and lives with the family as their pet fish, but also their son. A dinosaur that goes to school with them, to high school with them. And a rabbit and a cat can procreate. Just saying a few weird things about it. Yeah, that. I like that episode too. I think the plot of the episode was that one of their classmates, Ocho, was he's like a video game spider. He's an 8-bit, 16-bit something spider character with anger issues, of course, because why not? They saw him glitching stuff to his advantage, and they were like, I can do that. He could not. The fact that this show just never ceases to entertain me and a lot of other people is great. You need to watch it if you haven't. Unfortunately, I don't know if I showed you if you've seen the viral video at one point, but the Gumball's now mature voice actor and Dream were in a car, and the topic of their popularity difference came up, and Gumball's voice actor he was also the voice actor for Diego, and I think one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, by the way. He just ripped into Dream. He went full Redditor on him, saying comparing his popularity as a single grain of sand in the Sahara. Dreams, I mean. It's fun. You just look up Gumball Dream versus Dream car video. It's really freaking good. Oh yeah. Well, kind of is. I'm not sure what Ocho is supposed to be. I think he's a spider though. We're gonna broadcast the signal. Anomalous compliant position log. System integrity scan initialized. That's I'm gonna loot my own crash site. Oh, cool. Salvage data. Shame I can't get it yet. Not until I move to another planet. Atlas connection intermittent. Launch thrusters offline. Pulse engine offline. Find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of it before. But the ship at least seems to recognize me. I'm not dead yet, and the ship is lifeline out to the stars. I'm just gonna skip some of this. So we're gonna connect exosuit. Pilot should perform maintenance. Repair ship systems. Self-guided repair protocol initiated. I think another one of my favorite bits in the show is that it's like they're Gumball and Darwin's younger sister Annie. She's about 4 or 5 years old, but she's basically the smartest person in the entire household, more so than her mother, who is basically an apex predator. He's also an edited clip where a kid will eat healthy and yells, Among Us and the... Somebody says Among Us... Let's see. I don't know if I've seen that clip. I don't think that's... I think that was edited, but I'm not sure. I don't think Among Us was out at the time Gumball was still airing originally, but I'm not sure. But like, Anais is really smart. She's a legitimate genius. To the point where she aced 100 on one of those genius tests. She completely got every question right. Just because she found it sitting there and filled it out. Aptitude test, right. But no one ever takes her seriously or listens to her because she's 5. So they end up getting into a lot worse situations than they could be if they just gave her the time of day. It's the equivalent of, say, I don't know, I can't think right now. I'm just fuming angry at myself for doing what I did earlier today with my other save file. Also, if you couldn't tell, I'm a little bit better than Chris at multitasking, but not particularly better. Hey, at least I read chat more cleanly than he does. No hate on Chris though, but like, come on, dude. Let's see then. Need to refine some ferrite. I need 40 of it. Oh, I need 50. Shoot. Okay, then. It's okay, we're humans. It's in similar stuff. I mean, I would genuinely be surprised if you hadn't done similar stuff before. Hermetic seal and metal plating. So that means I need to get that. Need some dihydrogen jelly. Starship critically damaged. Vital ingredients missing. You're able to synthesize required components. Plus, doesn't require hermetic seal. Press assistance, I guess. Erasing comparison reveals hermetic seal nearby. Salvage planetary chart from distress beacon cache. Got it? Let's actually get that stuff. It's the condensed carbon, sodium. Appears by the beacon's housing, as well as its distress broadcast unit. It contains a planetary chart. Take that, and then we'll use it. So it's right out that way. And now we're gonna experience a first storm, because if you didn't believe me last time, if you hear that a storm is scripted to happen now, you're about to. And the game does not care whether you have better things to do or not that day. You will experience your first storm now, whether you like it or not. So, on that note, I recommend, if you're less experienced with the game, not using this chart until you've done everything you want to do around the planet, because then you're going to start experiencing more and more storms. They're just going to happen then. Any second now, it should give me the warning. It takes about a minute and a half from the time you get the beacon to where you get the storm. Yep, right there. It just takes about a minute and a half before it triggers, and it's set to trigger. You cannot avoid it. The moment you use that beacon, that chart, and get this beacon, you will be on the timer. Until then, though, you more than likely will not experience any weather occurrences at all. None. Regardless of planet type. That's one of my favorite little bits of trivia about the tutorial phase of this game. Sometimes even the smart people's brain got me cave in right now. Go me cave in right now. Hilariously stupid. Yep. Anyways, I need to focus on getting to my destination right now, or at least finding a cave or something, so I don't fry out here. Up here's a cave system. Can I get in here? Maybe. At all? Ah! Toxins! No! No, I cannot get in here. Ow! Great. So I'm not going to be able to get anything valuable out of here. And I'm still in the toxins, right? Okay. It's the poison or the fire. Pick one, the game said. I mean, technically, my Persona Online is supposed to be that of an Evo, so I haven't really determined how viable those would be as food if you were to try to eat one. I wouldn't recommend it, though. This reminds me, I still need to update my my profile from a hedgehog that I got when I was from a friend or whatever. I'm not sure. So making this recording case, leaving behind in the fabricator. IP of some use. Visor damage, can't find chip, recover supplies. Huh. I had never seen it appear out here before. That's gotta be a glitch. Normally it's supposed to appear in one of these things. Hey, maybe we can get nanites out of it instead. Hello, archive. Yep, right here. This is where you're supposed to get it from. Not the other, not that, It's like, how many Germanic seals did we just get 2 of them? Yep, we got 2 of them. Cool. Never seen that glitch before. And life's still an adventure. Oh, here's a cave down here. Are you serious? I can't loot this cave either? Fine. Game really does not want me to go spelunking yet. Oh, there's some frigates. I was hoping I could get some valuable stuff from the cave. Game doesn't want to give it to me, though. Why use oxygen when you can just eat fire berries? Let me just chomp down on a bunch of these freaking wild plants. Hold on, can I make a scanning module yet? I probably should be able to. Oh, I already got an analysis visor. That's right. Huh. Let's get you scanned. Back to earlier, yeah, Transformers Robots in Disguise was really good. But the toy line was all over the place. Once there were just recolored toys from other toy lines, like the Commander Ruination, the recolor of G1 Bruticus. Much of the Predacons were recolored Beast Force toys. Yeah. That would be the downside of it. I mean, I was born in 2000, so I was like 1 year old at the time that came out, so I completely missed out on the toy line. And of course, inflation's a bitch. So if I were to try to get my hands on any of the toys now, it would either be they would be either absurdly expensive, broken, absurdly expensive and broken, or in some way used and less valuable. I hate inflation, especially artificial inflation. Like, whose idea was it to give card shops the power to set prices for cards? How did they get that power? How? You'll go to like a card shop, right? And you'll see, oh hey, they're selling Pokemon cards here. And you'll see, or maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! Or whatever, and you'll see, oh, they have, say, Relinquished. It's a ritual monster. It's kind of good. Damages opponents with their own power by taking control of them. And then you'll see the price, and you'll be like, oh god, this is not worth that. But I want Relinquished, so I kind of have to pay it. It's like it's like being able to set and choose the prices of, say, a banana at the grocery store. We're the grocery store chain, so we get to set the prices for all these bananas. This one brand, we get to set its price. It's like, it's not even your brand. Lay off. Then there's the scalpers too. It's like the card scene, or really any scene, but like the card scene especially. Like, a lot of them just have zero shame in what they know what they're doing is awful, and they just don't care because money. Because Mr. Krabs' brain goes money. And you'll like see videos of these people who have a shopping cart, one of those like vending machines they've set out for Pokemon card packs, and they're just sitting there for essentially hours at a time, buying out every single one with their ill-gotten profits, just to do it again. And there'll be a line of people, maybe with kids or whatever, behind them. They just want to get a card pack, and they're like, nope, all these are mine, go somewhere else. But there is nowhere else, because they sold it all. Scalping should just be considered stealing at this point. That's what, it should just be stealing. Because that's exactly what they're doing. They're just stealing from people who and making them buy the goods from them instead for an inflated price. It frankly isn't worth it. It's like the people who And because of the way that economics works, when people go to buy these cards, they're just fueling the scalpers more, because this gives them more money to buy out more stuff and scalp more items. And the cycle just repeats itself. So they're scalping stuff for a huge profit, knowing that no one can get anything from anywhere else because they bought it all. And if they want it, they have to go to the scalper and pay them money, which will just go back into their scalping scheme. And then when companies try to crack down on this, they say, okay, only one box per person. But what if I want multiple boxes for myself because I just like to collect them? Well, too bad. Scalpers ruin that. It's the exact thing that happened with the Nintendo Museum. Like, they have a bunch of exclusive merchandise there, but because of scalpers buying and reselling all this stuff online, now I can't get a Mario statue and a giant Wii Remote plushie. Okay, then. Fuck you, too. Well, that was a tirade. How long was I need to get, like a live editor just to put, like, a timer on screen or something. Let's see here. Almost every toy that appears in the show didn't take care. I cannot read that as my freaking setup. Some had flaws, but broke anyway. Why can't I read that? The number guy I can think of were Scourge. I'm sorry, Hyper. My brain is just fried right now. For one thing, I just got done with a massive tirade about scalpers. Yeah, okay. Yep. It's a shame, too, because the series had potential, too, didn't it? But again, Megatron could just turn into a giant hand. Oh, what's your alt mode? I'm a fire truck now. What's your alt mode? I'm a tank. What's yours? Big demon hand. Do evil, I guess. There's been times scalpers got back around like a video game system. I forget. I think it was like the PS5, maybe. But most of the time it just doesn't because, yeah, especially with things that like booster packs. Like the Beyblade scalping scene is awful right now for Beyblade X. I've been into that lately. You can go to all the markets in your community, all the Walmarts, Supercenters, etc., and you'll just find a few stadium packs there, and a few bucket stadiums, like the cheap plastic bowl ones, but no booster packs, no launcher packs or anything. All because scalpers. And the problem is that you don't even know what you're going to get when you buy these. So that's why they're a huge target, is because some of these things have really good collectible bays in them. Really good ones, potentially. You'd really want, either for your collection or to battle with. But since they're a booster pack, they are randomized what you get in them. You don't know until you open it. Which you can only once you bought it. So you can't just pick one from the scalper's little site. No, you have to buy a ton of them from the scalper if you want them. Open a bunch. You might get on your first try, you might not. The scalper isn't here. They're just raking in cash. It's evil. It is actual evil. It's like low tier evil. It's like low tier it should just be a crime. It should just be a crime punishable by jail time. That's what it should be. Not even a light offense. It's a crime. Because it ruins everything for everyone. It's greedy. It's predatory. It's extortion. That's all it is. It's just extortion. I mean, considering he was able to steal a whole bunch of Autobots, Autobot like stasis capsules with that hand mode and carry them away with him, and then turn them into the Decepticons, yeah, he definitely got some use out of the hand mode. It was threatening, but it's like, yeah, of course you have to combine your hand with your base to make it work in Transformers. You didn't know that? That's just how it works in Cybertron. Your base must be able to connect to your hand so you can play with it. Now I'm just picturing that old Nerf gun that old Optimus Prime transforming Nerf gun that you could just stick your hand into, and then he flips into like a G1 blaster. He's like, hey, yeah, now look at me, Megatron. I'm a gun now. Okay, then. Anyway, enough of that. Now I've got your power. It's it. I'm actually losing it. It's finally happened, guys. I'm losing my mind. We should be getting a signal right now. There we go. Incoming transmission source. Please identify yourself. You are not alone. Follow the broadcast ends as strangely as it began. The final piece of the signal appears to be a set planetary coordinates, input data, and boom. Let's get the hell out of here. I've seen that it looked ridiculously stupid. There was like this Starscream one. Wait, there was a Starscream one? Of which one? A Starscream blaster? Look at that crater. Guys stuck in your hand like that. Yeah, okay. I think I've seen that one. I'm not sure though. I just say I didn't know what you were talking about. I don't, but I think I've seen it somewhere. It's ringing some sort of bell in my head. Or maybe that's just the delirium talking. Hell if I know. Hold on, have I gotten all the animals on this planet? I wonder. Let me check that. 5 of 6 discovered. Rare underground always active. Interesting. So we might be able to get a huge nanite boost right here. We may have gotten a surprisingly good start. Just need to find it. That's not a cave either. Oh. The sparking wires of the machine generate a signal, tapping out its broadcast into the void. Whoever left this message is long gone. Decoding 16, 16, 16. No fuel and failed to reach station. Ezra protection low, no choice but to exist underground. Play base computer. As well as the log entry, the signal contains plans for base computer and train manipulator. With any luck, the base computer will hold more information about whoever's leaving these messages. Extract plans, and there we go. Well, that's all my carbon. Aside from my condensed carbon, but like... Right? I don't think I have, no. I have to look at the intro for it. That was interesting. Part of the Cybertron trilogy, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't think I've seen Armada. No, there's some subterranean relics down there. So now we can get into the caves. Yeah, the first part of the Cybertron trilogy, aka better known as the Unicron trilogy. Wasn't that where, like, I forget what exactly happened there, actually. I think I've seen some stuff from it. Only a little bit, though. Didn't Cybertron actually transform in that, or was that different? Remember there's like a Flash game online about playing as Primus defending Cybertron from a black hole? And like, oh, hi there. Floating crystal, I bet? Yep, floating crystal. Wait, hold on. There we go. Gotcha. Register for completion. Not a big bonus, but it's a bonus nonetheless. That was the third part of the trilogy in Transformers Cybertron. Planet Cybertron was... I mean, didn't we all always know... Was that where they actually introduced that planet being Primus? or was it just always known that it was Primus, like by the fans? I mean, I know in a lot of he's supposed. I know that like it's like canon to most of the Transformers lore that Cybertron just is Primus in basically every series, and that was the case in Prime at least, as well as a few other ones. But like that was where I think it was like a big thing where he actually transforms and like does stuff, right? Like he actually wakes up, because normally he's just dormant as the planet's core, basically. That being said, I find Transformers in general just really interesting. Until that show, unless it was in a comic. Or read the comics. Me neither. I think I prefer the shows, in all honesty. Like the comics just generally take a much darker approach, don't they? I mean, the Shattered Glass universe is pretty fucked up, if I from what I've heard. No, not Sentinel glass. Different kind of glass. Now, why is it that all kinds of comics always have to be dark, have like a dark aspect to them? Why can't we just have happy comics, similar to like the shows and whatnot? If I ever make a Terminal Velocity webcomic, it's going to be funny. It's not going to be dark like that. When now I would first just say I learned how to draw, or hire an artist for write a storyboard, which I don't give a shit enough to do. I'm already learning 3D modeling. I have learned 3D modeling in Blender, rigging, I know some stuff about animation. And like I can draw, I can do it. I've done it before. You've seen some of my art in the Discord server, I hope. That was my old art, but like, speaking of which, can we just take a moment to talk about how people saying I can't draw, so I'll just use AI to do it? That's not an excuse whatsoever. It's not valid. It's not functional. You can draw. You can learn how to draw. Even if you have motor disabilities to a certain extent, you can learn to draw. You just don't want to. You'd rather burn down rainforests and just power a literal theft-powered computer to do it. Because you're lazy, right? So it's not that people can't draw. It's that they don't want to learn to draw. It's going to take doing, obviously. But if you don't deserve to have art if you can't be asked to even put an effort to try and do it yourself. Prime so is dark from what you've seen, and Beast Machine is really dark show, especially in certain episodes. Well, Prime wasn't exactly particularly dark. There were some dark moments, but a lot of it is actually pretty comedic. Like the time Bulkhead screamed like a little girl. Some of the earlier episodes were kind of fucked up. When the Autobots almost got completely eaten by Scraplets. which in line continuity aren't like little Transformer guys. They're basically parasites that will devour a Transformer or anything made of metal, like piranhas do in the movies. But they fly. And they swarm like they're like insects. But yeah, Prime did get dark at times, but not extremely dark. As in, like, not so fucked up that it couldn't be shown on like a kid's cartoon channel. Shattered Glass, though, is much darker, as are some of the other comics. Fun fact about, I think, the G1 Scrablets, they are weak to water. According to the Transformers Wiki, at least. Pour water on some of one version of Scraplet, and they'll just fall off. They'll just die. Though, thankfully, that infestation happened on Earth in that continuity. So it was just like, are you going to cure this corrosive astral blight? Oh, just take a bath, right? Just get a car wash. It'll fix you right up. What was I doing again? Oh, right. I was looking for salvage data. You've tried, never been good at it, and never used it. Never used AI to make any art unless it was something stupid like that. When I was AI to make an MM, and it was, I mean, MM or an MM, it was really awful. There are how many times? Yeah. And another thing, the only reason AI art even does anything, AI even works, is because it was illegally fed stuff, but no one is rich enough to sue these companies in the ground for it. Or get the product pulled. Ow. It was just like, these companies get to do this. They get to destroy industries and profit from destroying workforces. They get to do that because they own America. They own the world. But furthermore, though, another thing about AI, not only is it stealing jobs from people who need them in this economy, like, they're not just going to get another job that pays well as being an artist. Not only are they artists being stolen from and replaced by a computer that has no life to it, but we have these fucknuts who think that AI is no different than a pencil. Like, you're using a pencil to draw, you use a draw tablet to draw. It's not the same, dipshit. For one thing, when you use a drawing tablet or a pencil art, you're still making the art yourself. You're not telling a computer, do this, do that, give me this, give me that. You have to manually draw out and polish up the sketch. You're not telling the pencil, make me XYZ, and have it make you XYZ for you instead of you doing it yourself. Somebody's using AI and stealing fans art for their... Yeah, I know. They can technically do that, I think. It's still their character, but the art is not theirs to steal, though. But no, they just get to do this because they own the world. If it were up to me, we would make it to where every company, every party is allowed one lawyer, just one, only one. If they want to get a different lawyer, they have to fire their current lawyer. You're not allowed to have a team of lawyers, and every lawyer goes to the same exact school. That way everyone has a fair advantage in a courtroom floor. You can't just tear the other person to shreds because you have more money to buy a massive law firm and tell them, get this other person in jail, or make me the winner, no matter what it takes, or dig up dirt or whatever. No, you just wouldn't get to do that in an ideal world. You just wouldn't be allowed to. You can't pay out. You can't buy out a huge law firm and have them all work for you in your case. You want a better lawyer? You have to you get one lawyer. If you want a better one, you have to find the better one. You can't just like only one lawyer per case, basically. Per case, per party. Per case, whatever. That way, wouldn't you have companies like Disney who have the entire law firms that work for them just stomping out creators because, oh, hey, they use Cinderella, which is, fun fact, Cinderella, Peter Pan, Winnie the Pooh, Snow White, all those are public domain. They have been. But Disney says, we're the only ones who get to use the magic of creation. Disney themselves, in fact, are largely responsible for the way the copyright law is, and the fact that companies can do this. Because they have the money to completely alter how the world works. It's shitty. It's stupid. I don't get it. They just get to do whatever, and no one is rich enough to stop them. If you try to stand up to them, you'll just get stomped out in the process, because you're a quote-unquote threat to them. Which is great. No, that's great. The rich will win, and the poor will suffer. That's just how we just exist in this world. I need to take a deep breath and settle down. I'm getting pissed off more than I was from the start of the stream just talking about this shit. Also, I'm gonna have a lot to censor and edit if I ever upload this VOD. God, where are the... I wish some planets had better salvage data than others. What do I even have on me? How sidetracked was I getting? 8 of 30. Lovely. How long have I been going for? Almost an hour. Not even off the first fucking planet yet. Wait, let's see. Sometimes that doesn't always work. See, Nintendo versus people involved with the GameCube. Nintendo originally won, eventually got overturned. I mean, yeah, but the problem is that the problem with this philosophy that eventually the wrongs will be righted is that rarely happens. Oftentimes the cases just don't get overturned because these companies have enough resources and funding to keep pushing their goals. If it gets overturned, they'll just find something else to sue the person over, solve them out that way. Or in some cases, they'll just assassinate the person. So you're about the guy who actually made a legit water-powered car? Like, no fossil fuels or anything, no other fuels, just water? He disappeared. They made him disappear. He was invited to a dinner with some big, I guess you could say, industrial great powers, but his food was mysteriously poisoned. And when people went to investigate his house for the documents on it, because that could be useful to science, they were just gone. So yeah, if you do manage to oppose a company for too long, they'll just assassinate you. They'll just hire a hitman. Stop doing that game. They can just hire a hitman on you if you're that big a problem to them, and they'll get away with it because no one's going to be able to prove it, right? They have the money to hire a good hitman, not just a random hitman. They have might hire a confidential good hitman, or they have the money to orchestrate your demise in some peculiar freak accident. So like they can just send someone to hunt your car down and then just run you off the road or something. You ever heard of the Nintendo Ninjas? That's what they call Nintendo's like intelligence firm. So it's like, if you're a subject of interest in Nintendo, they can and will find out everything about you. There was this group that was like, I think they were like modding Nintendo consoles and stuff, right? Nintendo saw this and were like, we need to figure out more about these guys. So they got these Nintendo ninjas, and they found out this guy's contacts, they found out where he worked, they found out his street address, they found out his daily plans when he leaves his house to go to work. They found out his email address, they found out his family members. And they were all able to they were able to verify this in a court of law. They found out everything about him. It's just a small guy in his basement or a small shop people at most, just hacking Nintendo consoles. I think it was just one guy. But they dug up everything about him, all his stuff, to the point where if they wanted to, they could just orbital strike his house and wipe him off the face of the earth, technologically, physically, etc. They knew everything, everything. I don't think you realize that, like, it was not. They can fully do this. I'm pretty sure. If they haven't already, they can. They just, if they haven't yet, it's just because they don't want to. You'd be very, very, very shocked at what a company can dig up if they want to. You'll see this when you'll see some of the stuff at play when companies will, like, send, say, a YouTuber a huge surprise box or something. Like, you're about Markiplier, how he learned to hate Cheez-Its. They used to be his favorite snack, but then Cheez-Its was like, hey, we're gonna send you a year's supply of Cheez-Its, and he was like, that's all he ate for his streams for a while, and he just got sick of them. Bear in mind, that's just one example of this sort of thing happening. Companies can and will dig up dirt on you, even if you're not particularly big. They can find stuff about you. They can hire people just to hack your devices too. It's entirely doable. A good hacker is never found, you know? Plus, even if you were to, like, look at your just average person's data trail, you ever heard of digital footprints? All a company needs to know about is your past addresses, and they can chain that stuff together if they want to. So they can find out all your posts. They can use that stuff, like where you post regularly, to triangulate your position. Then they narrow that down to things like what you do in a day, how far can you go via car or your applicable transportation. And they'll know what you use to transfer because you'll probably post about it. And if not, they can just contact your workplace because they're businesses, so they can just contact them and say, like, trade deal or whatever. There are ways they can do this. They just can. I can't really explain it any better than that. They just can. They're not called titans of industry for nothing. Money is what makes the world work. Not happiness, not complacency, not satisfaction. It's money. Because if you have enough money, you can beat the shit out of anybody. Got severely injured in a car crash? Simple. Pay for someone to make you an artificial heart. You want to keep your family member on life support? Pay the doctors to keep the room open. You want to become president? Pay people to make a campaign for you. Pay off voters via lobbying. You want to take control of business? Buy the business. You want to sue someone into the ground and make sure they never come fight you again? Buy out an entire law firm and tag team them with lawyers. Money is everything. They say money can't buy happiness. Money buys literally anything. You can buy a game. You can buy a game studio. You can buy a series. You can buy the rights to, say, a certain branding or whatever. You can buy characters. You can buy anything, just about. You can buy land. You can buy yourself into the White House or the Senate. Again, lobbying. It's money, dude. It's just money. If you have enough money, you can pay and do anything. And if you can't find someone, there's always someone willing enough. Don't kid yourself. Everything has a price. A life has a price. Everything. Human life has a price. If you can't find the price, you're just not looking hard enough. Organic rock. Hold on a second. This might be a good way to make money. So, on the topic of this game for a second, organic rock appears on, I think, this world and I believe Toxic Worlds. And depending on the world it's on, it'll either be I think Fecium or Mordite or possibly Chlorine, which I'm hoping is this one. Because Chlorine goes for a huge price, plus you can refine it with Oxygen to make more Chlorine. It's a really good moneymaker early game. If you're lucky enough to find it, that is. For Mark, I've never watched him, much about him. Mark is a great guy. Mark is really freaking awesome. To the point where he would, if you were to force him to fight you, he would more than likely just lose because he doesn't want to hurt you. Extremely caring, extremely kind. God damn it! Well, there goes that plan. Lovely. There's Chlorine too. Yay! Piece of shit game. Well, I probably cut my funding in half with that stupid mistake. How am I still on the starter planet? Yes, I did, Hyper. Did you not hear what I just said? Chlorine goes for a lot of money, especially in early game funding. Plus, you can easily duplicate if you just put Oxygen into a medium refiner with it. Like, legitimately duplicate it. Not even, like, cheat duplication. It sells for a significant amount. Like, if we go into my inventory here, just this goes for 55,000 units. At a price of, let's see here, 205 per unit. That's really good early game money. Really good, in fact. But nope, I just fucked myself over again. Okay, I need to stop talking because I'm getting way too pissed off to play this game effectively. I mean, I can still play it if I'm pissed off, but as you can probably tell, we've gotten nowhere. I could technically have gotten to the anomaly by now if I was actually focused. Like, honestly, I could have gotten to the anomaly by now. But I'm just fucking pissed. I'm pissed about the world. I'm pissed about my I ruined save file earlier. I'm pissed about like I couldn't stream earlier in the day when I was less tired. I'm pissed about things in general right now. It's not supposed to be a hostile stream. I should add. Oh, it doesn't. I've gotten really lucky in this game before. Like the time, like just the other day, I was able to. An exotic ship just landed in the station with me. Which if you didn't know, that's like the rarest type of ship in the game is exotics. It just landed in the station with me. And again, you know how I tell Chris when he gets fuming angry on his streams that he needs to take a chill pill and calm down because he doesn't function right? I know this for experience. If I get too pissed off, I stop thinking correctly. And my effectiveness at playing a game goes way down. You probably noticed me just running around not scanning stuff, right? Not looking for things while I was talking to you. That's because when I get pissed off, I can't focus right. I literally cannot play games when I get pissed off. I just can't. Because all my processing goes out the window. It's a functional flaw with, like, mine and other people's minds I've discovered. I don't know if I've mentioned to you about how I plan to study psychology in college, like the human mind. But yeah, this is the sort of stuff that really interests me. Is like, how angry is too angry to function in an XYZ scenario? I know it happens. You're not you when you're hungry. You're not you when you're angry. That's more like it. Because you literally do not function right. Your brain pathways just seem to close off. Your brain just shuts down. This is why I keep telling my friends that I'm gonna tell you too, Hyper. If you see someone at work or your life who gets really angry easily, tell them to stop what they're doing because they will fuck it up. Purely because they can't think straight when they're angry. It's like a chemical reaction in the brain that just shuts everything down. So yeah, just tell them they will not be able to focus as well if they're angry, hungry. Take a break, relax. Of course, I don't have that luxury right now because I'm busy trying to future-proof this file, getting money here. I have to get at least the anomaly by the end of today, next few hours. Because I want to be able to play the expedition tomorrow. Brilliant. By the way, thank you for coming to my TED Talk about how anger just gets you nowhere. If it wasn't already obvious, don't play games when you're angry, and don't let people make you angry if you can help it. You're gonna look for a while. You need to eat something. You haven't quite decided what you want though. I have a few like 2-bite brownies for lunch, and that's it. I was gonna have a bag of popcorn, but that got thrown out the window when I realized, oh hey, I need to watch my weight. Oh, cool. There's a granite rock back up there. I don't know if it's the same one though or different. You know what? Fuck it. It's too far. Oh, cool, magnetized ferrite. I can use this. It's like I can hear my PC fan whirring like crazy, and I was like, I'm worried I'm gonna break my PC. I just got it, and I don't think my dad's gonna be too happy if it ends up broken in the first year. Like they are, oh my gosh. That's why is there no technology on this planet? I'd honestly like to get off this planet today. Or get out of the system today, rather. So I'm be careful of what I'm doing here. Oh, whoops. Oh, great. That's a Hazardous Flora. Hazardous Flora. Of course not. Oh, there's another thing here. Well, for a second, I was gonna see a sentinel. The sentinel was looking at me. What the? Please tell me this is a good upgrade. A shield module, cool. But at least I haven't seen any storms yet. Claim base, and there we go. Accessing log from previous user. Entry follows. Storm sweeping across but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans will need to back soon. Extract plans.
Weather warning. Incoming storm. Thermal protection falling. Base computer online.
Let's move this in.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Need ferrite dust to. Let's see here.
Technology recharge.
Oh, I need carbon. Shoot. I think I can refine condensed carbon, right? Yes, I can. Good. Yeah, we're speed running this. Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives recovered. Construction largely a success. Recovered salvage data and from your plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices. Beginning search. Track plans. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans and perhaps I can learn from their efforts.
Thermal protection falling. Weather update. Storm clearing.
Let's see, the storm is clearing now, so that's good. This time I have a plan. I'm just gonna get some nets by fishing. People I remember people were ripping the Aquarius update, a new one, when it came out, because like, who wants fishing in the space game? And like, you do realize how profitable this is, right? Especially early game. Like, you do realize that, right? I'll show you later on. Let's see here. So let's refine this.
Technology recharge.
See, carbon nanotube, I can do that.
Weather warning. Incoming storm. Item received. Item received. Item received.
Then to build this, we need. You have sodium, so I need 2 of those and 2 metal plating, or 4 metal plating. Shouldn't be too difficult either. Install this as well. This should give me, yep, more core health. Perfect. Then I need some more metal plating for a generator. Wire this, connect that. Power this on.
Technology recharge.
There we go. That should clear up a few space in my inventory too. And then now that that's done, it should provide more details on what to do.
Base computer online.
Scanner detected an unusual broadcast, repeating 16 from the space station. Warning, end of archive. Records interrupted. The archives have reached their end. It seems there is nothing more I will learn from them. My predecessor appears to have left their base and headed to the space station. Okay, there we go. Just need to make sure I have launch fuel for it.
Thermal protection falling.
Off we go. Low atmosphere planet. Why would they build the space station there, I wonder? Once again, this song is called Asimov. It's one of my favorite songs by 65 Days of Static. It's fitting because of who Asimov is. I'm not going to go into it again. There's a new fossil shop that they just made. Hoping we get to see more shops added to these places soon. You know, as I approach, they seem excited to see me, though I can't understand their babbling tongue. Perhaps they would recognize me if I mentioned the base computer. Let's go at 16. A look of surprise crosses the life form in space, and they release a strange smelling gas. They appear to signal our conversation is over. Okay then. The alien looks at me expectantly. They are clearly waiting for something. Perhaps you know the one who came before me. It's about other travelers. Startled by my question, the life form emits a dramatic squeak. Though I do not recognize their words, they shake their head. The shake of the head is unmistakable. The life form chatters away, assessing me with beady, inquisitive eyes. Right, but when I blink, I see that same red light that started me in the distress signal. Repeat 16. We are watching you, traveler friend. Find what we have left you. Though the alien speaks, the words are not their own. A stream of code is echoed back through the red glare, logged directly to my exosuit. The crimson light fades away, and they see the life form blinking at me expectantly. Whatever's happened, they do not appear to have seen it. I should leave. Perhaps my base mirror will be able to make something of this code. Leave. Vex snaps to attention as they approach. They seem bleary-eyed, as if they've just been asleep. They start me blinking with confusion. Eventually, they tap their datapad and display a list of language signals. So yeah, one thing you can do in this game that's really cool is you can learn alien languages. The guy looks at me with hope. Their trustworthy eyes and beak beaming as I approach. They gesture towards me with a datapad, as if to make a request. They produce a datapad. The word datapad carries a whole new horrific meaning considering I played the War Robots mobile app. Don't get involved. As though they have prepared for this moment. There we go. Basically, what they've done recently is somewhat recently, not even somewhat, as of a year ago right now, I think, they changed the event loot crate system into datapads. Now there's all these different datapads that change with the events that you get stuff from, but generally you have to buy them. You only get shit ones if you're free to play. Very pay to win. Very, very, very pay to win game. It's fun, but it's very pay to win. It's extremely grindy if you don't pay. Let me just put that out there. So don't even get involved. You will be crushed under the weight of how much they want you to buy stuff. So yeah, now they're just selling you data pads everywhere to get robots, to get weapons, to get pilots, etc. from. I cannot look at the term data pad anymore without immediately defaulting to, oh god, I have to buy something else. Oh, hi, traveler. Space trucker. Trader. Moneymaker. The warrior looks at me sharply. I've clearly interrupted their concentration. They show the small knife they were spinning around their fingers. I don't know if I've spoken to you yet. Yes, I have. Okay, then. Okay, then. Yeah, okay. Explorers Guild. Envoy. Let's see here. I donate anything? No, I don't have anything to donate yet. Lovely. Well, okay then. Wait, what am I doing going to my ship? I can just... teleport back. But, oh god, what was I doing? I need to get something from the station terminus. See if they have any chromatic metal and microprocessors. Yes, they have chromatic metal. Good. And microprocessors. Gosh darn, I need to sell some more stuff. Let's see here. Pure ferrite, I guess I can sell that. There we go. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really have to sell other stuff too. There we go. That should be enough. Let's go buy a bunch of ferrite dust too. You're probably wondering why did I buy all this stuff. You'll see in a little bit. I want to get out of the system and get to the anomaly as soon as freaking possible. I can start with the main game. Base computer archives. Let's see. Begin decryption. Message follows. First off, decoding 16, 16, 16. The traveler finds their wings. Fly west and claim a place among the stars. Signal source acquired. Let's see here. Store that slime in there. Store this in here. Store this in here. Store this in here. Store this in here. Let's see what else. Store this. Store this. Now we're getting somewhere. Fun fact: as of a couple updates, so you can now change how the starship is diverting its power. So you can set it to weapons, balanced, shields, or engines. Engines will make you go a little bit faster. Weapons will obviously improve your weapons power out and damage output. Shields will make your shields more durable and recharge faster, I guess. And balance will just divert power to everything. It's balanced. It's fucking balanced. What do you expect? What the? Why is my hand like that? So this should bring us to a freighter crash site. Yep, freighter crash site. So these things actually contain logs from the freighter's original occupants. And what you want to do is land right here, if you can. Because that way you don't take any launch fuel when you lift off again. This one, though, is scripted, I'm pretty sure. Logs damaged. Parcel records available. Signal is leading to the wreck of a freighter. Colossal fragments of metal scattered across the landscape. Were these messages nothing but the misfire and circuits of a long-forgotten ruin? Nestled among the debris, I find the pilot's log, blinking, awaiting input. Instead of displaying the ship's log, the terminal spits out a strange sequence of numbers. They're followed by a short message. The anomaly comes for the stars. Take flight. Schematic for a hyperdrive is attached to the end of the message, and I'll take that blueprint, because I need it. Pull the blueprint from the computer, but this hyperdrive blueprint is for a conventional starship, not a freighter of this size. Someone placed this here after the crash, hoping it would be found. And that's why we got this chromatic metal and this and those microprocessors. What we're gonna do is we're gonna install this right now. Normally you'd have to go scouting, you'd have to go getting more copper and a bunch of microprocessors or scanning for data. But since we were doing that earlier, we don't have to. We've already done that work. Now, last thing I want to do around here is look for the drop pods, or the cargo pods. Each freighter crash site has, I think, from 6 to maybe 8 or so of them, depending on the type of freighter crash site. And these can contain things from units to nanites to valuable goods or upgrade modules. But you want to be careful when you open them, because some fucknugget decided it would be a great idea to put some sort of like radiation defense system in these things. So when you open them, it immediately blasts the area with radiation, extreme radiation. If you don't get out of there fast, you're gonna cook yourself. Let's see, what would that give us again? I forget. I think it just gave us units. Yeah, just gave us units, I think. Now, you could mine this open or fire a weapon at it. I prefer the old-fashioned way. Punching it. The crate's busted wide open, baby! Oh! That was a horrible Michael Jackson impression. I'm so sorry. Those give us nanites. Probably the most shit reward, worse than even units. Even early game, you don't really do much with that kind of nanite, that much nanites. Punch. You also enter this from the top, but like, why? Or at least we can refine these goos into nanites. It's gonna be in here. More nanites, lovely.
Radiation protection.
That's freaking worthless, game. What loot will my loot goblin obtain today in this crate? This Starship launch fuel. That's actually kind of good right now.
Radiation protection. Falling.
Or launch fuel. What the heck? Why can't I get out of here? Let me out. Ah! My buns are cooked.
Subterranean radiation detected.
Dream milestone accomplished. Ambulatory traveled that far. Cool. Now leave me alone.
Ground protection. Falling.
Several updates ago, they made these freighters easier to loot. This before you had to like repair them on site. It just cool, warp cell.
Falling.
That's gonna be useful in a few seconds, I think. We still have to do the tutorial phase of this to get the blueprints for it, but like, who cares, right? 3 blueprints. Auto diagnostics report. Hyperdrive successfully installed. Hyperdrive fuel status empty. My hyperdrive is complete. Perhaps I really will find the answers out there among the stars. Without warp cells, I'll be going nowhere. I need to find a source of antimatter. Soon scanner, then we fly into space. See ya! What was that beeping I just heard? So it's on a low atmosphere planet. So these logs that you're gonna uncover in these, and what we're about to see is an abandoned building. They're from a previous iteration, or previous traveler. And if you're lucky, you can actually find that traveler's grave. I believe, at least. Now, I know this looks like a ice plant, but no, it's just a desolate world, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yep, it's desolate. Right over there. I want to land as close as I can because the this type of plant will drain your life support much faster, since there's no real atmosphere to process for it. You can jump really high. In fact, you recharge midair really quickly, as opposed to... You don't even need the... whatchamacallit, right? Oh yeah, the airburst engine upgrade to do that here. So you can technically just fly forever. At least if you have enough upgrades. As you can see, just walking drains it much faster. Running does it even faster. And this drains even faster, too. Now, these are whispering eggs. They sell for a bit. You can process them in a nutrient processor, or you can process them into nanites. But we don't want to disturb them right now, because we're not well equipped to deal with what's going to come out if we do disturb them. Well, is there a... No, there's not. Good. Well, actually... So there's the terminal. Sometimes there will be a... like Fakium, cool. It's poop. Sometimes there'll be a dangerous plant inside of here that grows from the ceiling. You want to watch out for that, because it will whack you if you're and catch you off guard. I'm not gonna do too much damage even with a fully unupgraded exosuit. But just you want to be on the safe side anyway. Also, it can whack you from the outside of the building too. So if you're standing on top there, if you deal with whatever comes out of the ground, if you disturb the eggs, yeah, it'll still beat you up for it. And more stuff to process later. Terminal line, selecting key, decrypting. Success. The terminal is clogged with an unnerving, pulsating slime. Nevertheless, it appears to function. As I touch the input panel, the alien substance reacts violently. Make a note to avoid getting closer. The device opens, revealing a single unblinking crimson eye. It prints out a blueprint for antimatter, accompanied by a strange message. You'll find this when the time is right. 16, 16, 16. It's a whole bunch of 16. So we have antimatter. Now we can actually make that. So let's make that. Make this. And then make a warp cell. And now we can get the hell out of this system. So you know, could potentially show you. It's not a good idea, but I could show you what happens. Hey Hyper, are you still here? I guess not. Yeah, that's actually pretty good, because now I don't have to tempt fate. I do want to pick up the salvage data from here.
Technology recharge.
Fuck it, we ball.
No free slots in
Well, damn it. Oh, I got it. Cool. So yeah, that's actually worth a fair bit of units. They shouldn't be able to attack me here as well. And normally these guys will disengage after a few minutes. Grab it, grab it. No. Yoink. Yoink. Let's say I need to clear up some space too. Oop, hi. Hey, let me out of here. Let me out. I can't punch these guys if I'm... Ow. Come on, grab it. Ow. Whoa. I'm playing a game of... just a giant game of chicken here. These guys are not letting up, are they? Yoink. Up, let's see here.
Technology recharge.
How many of these have I gotten, I wonder? Some, not a lot, but some. Yeah, this is why I'm only doing this because I'm on a good planet for it too. Normally I wouldn't even dare. These guys can destroy even a well upgraded exosuit really quickly.
Life support power low.
Well, okay then. Just lost me those. I think that's all of them. These are the ones we're gonna get from this.
Technology recharge.
Let's get out of here. Also, don't do that. Don't fight these guys while sentinels are around, or they will attack you. Yeah, those guys are burrowing monstrosities, aka biological horrors. Probably should have looked them through my scanner, but oh well. And now we get to see one of the most jank, using the game. Whoops, hold on. Whoop, oh, uh-oh, what the? I'm turned the wrong way. Starship monitoring systems reports error. Guidance system malfunction. I know you can't probably can't hear me like this. Searching other routes. Searching. Obtained. Destination 16 KL. Accept new guidance. You can decline, but it'll still force you to accept it anyway. Guidance accepted. Plotting route. There, now I can do it. Oh my gosh. There we go. Cool, is that what kind of planet is that? Might be worth coming back to if it's good. Quagmire planet, Copper Fakium. Glacial planet. What world is this? Corrosive planet. Okay then. There's a space station there, but I don't want to go there yet. Or not even at all, actually. So I want to get to the anomaly so I can get a better ship and among other things. It's already 2 hours and 10 minutes in, it looks like, because I fucked around with those brewing monstrosities so much. We went way longer than as you can see, we're going slightly faster now. There should be a monument somewhere around here. This is where we were supposed to go. There's ammonia around here, at least. Might as well pick that up. That's salt. Salt. Oh, berry technology. Cool. Right over there's ammonia. Cool.
Toxic protection.
There's a cave right here. Might as well scan some stuff while I'm here.
Units received.
Like this, so I can exchange that stuff on the anomaly.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Did I get that? Yes, I did. I got the ammonia. I'm getting some at least.
Technology recharge.
Hello? How are things going? Wait, what does that say? I can't read that.
Toxic protection falling.
Yeah, hi. Sorry about that. I didn't see you there. Really, I didn't. Yeah, I just fought some monstrosities, or more specifically, I evaded them and got a bunch of whispering eggs. We can either sell those or make them into nanites later, if we need to on the anomaly. Let's gain some ammonia while I'm here, so I potentially don't have to come back to one of these planets. Only got 400 of it though. Let's see here. Oh, look at these beetles.
Units received.
Yeah, check out those beetles. They shouldn't be hostile. They're generally a pretty passive life form in the game. Yeah, I did. You missed it. I just engaged some burrowing monstrosities. Norogo, Norogo, Norogo. Nuti, Nuti, Nuti. The stone resonates, producing a sound that fills my mind. A vision begins to take shape. A robotic life form turns toward me. Light streams from their metal shell, forming a glowing fog that surrounds us both. They just adored me. Accept knowledge. So yeah, I asked if you were there. I went ahead anyway. Thought you were lurking, but yeah, we just evaded a bunch of burrowing monstrosities that almost killed us at one point. Again, I learned 5 words. Cool.
Toxic protection falling. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Anything else I can scan over here? No. Wait, hold on. What the? Here we go. I can scan this.
Units received.
There we go. Here's what we're looking for. Now, you used to be able to scan these things, but yeah, now you can't anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, Whispering Eggs have something called a larval core in them right here. So as you can see, it's pretty valuable at roughly like 6,900 units per, 69,000 units per. Excuse me, Telemon. It's 69,000 units per item. Pulsating jellied orb. The gooey sphere is warm to the touch. Its sense triggers a primal fear in mortal beings, a deep-seated gnawing that begs you to drop it and flee. Yeah, you can tell burrowing monstrosities are made out to be one of the most atrocious things in this universe. They don't really terrify me, but they are definitely. I can see where the lack of appeal comes from. I technically have an egg for one that can hatch into a companion. I've never done that before. I hear it's very violent towards random animals. Now, they'll probably tick me off later. The structure is unlike anything I've encountered on my journey so far. Everything about it is so obviously alien, so obviously out of place. As I stare at it, words form themselves in my mind, a strange fragment of broken speech. Traveler's friend, technically I'm both, but I'm a traveler. It feels strange responding to questions I'm unsure I'm being asked. Something is clearly taking notice of my reply. Comes another question. Is it first? Is it last? It's first. I don't know how I'm being spoken to. Monolith is ancient. I cannot escape the feeling he has asked these questions many times over. Ask again. They've seen the Crimson Eye. The Crimson Eye seen them. Both. They're referring to the Atlas, most likely. Which is that red beacon that we used at the start. Likelihood of anomaly exceeds safety parameters. Breach detected. Alert, alert. The boundaries fall, the walls collapse, the universe awaits. Find us, traveler. And we get some more fuel for that. Hello there, little guy. Of course there's not enough fuel. All the more reason to get a new ship from the anomaly. And off we go. This ship looks like it'd make the most epic gaming setup. Where the ship is arranged. Imagine they had like mini games you could play on here. Oop. Incoming transmission, source unknown. You're not alone. Please identify yourself. I'm myself. You left me. Why did you? Don't understand. Of course you'd say that. Of course you'd, just like the others. There's no reply. The communicator falls silent. The channel remains open. Now we're gonna go see the ship of Artemis. Rotting planet. Oh, here we go. a lot of gamma root in this area. There's over my hazmat gauntlet. Ship of... No, Artemis. Be respectful. You do know Artemis is a Greek god? A goddess, rather. Not this Artemis, but that's what the original Artemis was. She was the goddess of I think, the hunt. And fertility, if I remember correctly. And I do advise you to be respectful of Artemis. They are kind of, not in the best place right now, let's just say. The story's actually quite tragic, but I won't go into it right now. You'll just have to watch and find out. Whenever I end up getting around to it, because we will. We will. Probably make a much shorter bite-sized video once I get this uploaded to YouTube. Assuming nothing bad happens again. We get so many damn gods, I probably don't know if I don't know them all. And probably forgotten some. Of course, you probably have. I mean, there's a lot of them. There are no signs of life. There's only the static of a broken communicator. Extract records. Whatever message was here has been scrambled beyond recovery. All I can extract is the pilot's name, Artemis. Whoever they are long gone. The only other uncorrupted data is a set of planets, an upgrade from my mining beam. There's that. We'll install that eventually. Or not. I'm probably never going to use this multi-tool again once I get to the anomaly. Maybe I'll turn into a fishing rod, who knows. Yeah, I'll probably do that. First, let's check the ship, though. It's C-class. I've seen A-class, and even, I think even a few S-class version ships here. There are even solar ones. It just picks a random ship on the planet, random one of these crashed ships without a pilot by it, and then decides that's Artemis ship for your playthrough. You can claim it. You can claim it. It's entirely... You can... You can. You don't ask me. Oh, I am not. You just can. Not going to though. Ah, what the? Oh, hazard. Hazard.
Radiation protection.
Toxic wind hazard. That was almost really bad. I've seen horror stories of people who are on like flame ruptured worlds, and there'll just be a volcanic geyser that erupts from under them, killing them off instantly because they were unprepared for it. Hazards in Worlds 2, I think it was. Artemis Entity, we received your signal. Is it first? Is it last? Time for the truth. You have their signal, but you're not Artemis Entity. They would know if I'm lying. Your signal is familiar now. We've been in contact before, I think. This would be a good time to come aboard, yes? Proper introduction to our home. Finally. Freaking finally. Oh, look at that. It's a Boundary Herald. It was from a previous expedition. It's basically the Millennium Falcon for this game. It's like a flying saucer inspired Millennium Falcon, and you can probably see where the inspiration comes from. Hello. I don't know if they saw that gesture or not. Why didn't I just go up the other side? Gosh darn it. I'm making this even longer than it needs to be. Hello, Nada. And that right there, Hyper, is a Sentinel drone that they've just taken apart here. So obviously it's dead, but yeah, that's a Sentinel drone. They're actually pretty big if you stand right next to them. You don't really see that on planet side, though. I'm presenting Nada, Divergent Corvex. Welcome to our anomaly. Home is pleasant, yes. Polo's own design. A perfect bubble. Beyond the Sentinels, beyond vengeful Corvex, Nada knows watch his time come and go. So Artemis. Traveler and perhaps they're known to you. I do not know their number. Nada does not care to think about iterations as numbers. They were lost to us, highly improbable. Our anomaly is lost to the Sentinels, but none should be lost to the anomaly. Corvex watches me. There is patience and organic tilt to the way they hold their metal shell. Okay, what the heck? That shouldn't be a thing. I'm gonna have to edit this freaking thing too. Now I woke with the death of Corvex Prime. Could not understand why such things happened, why we were alone. Now I am divergent. The Corvex cannot see through my eyes. Now is alone. Is not alone anymore. Now is with Polo Friend. Now many other friends visit. Our convergence is small but not happy. Their carapace pulsed with a gentle light. There's something familiar about them. Polo Friend found Nada. Found my signal. Nada is safe. Now Nada makes others safe. Finds their signals, etc. Yada yada yada. Station's been calling me since I woke up on the planet. Perhaps I called it Artemis as well. Beyond what is outside, our anomaly wanders free like Nada, to observe and search. The Sentinels, the Atlas, they do not care for this place. I feel their eyes hunting us. Now watches me, judging my reactions as they speak. Speak with Polo Friend, traveler. Perhaps they might know more about missing Artemis. They perceive things more clearly. I'm sure they do. Because it's freaking Polo. Freaking Gek. Scientist thing. Friends everywhere. If only you know where to look. Friends in all shapes, all sizes, all places. Artemis, friend, you are where they should be. Does not seem possible, but all things are possible. Such is the universe. We'll find them, no doubt. There's always a signal, always a trace. Ask how. Our home will see to it. When you leave, you will not be where you were. You'll be closer. Or maybe not. Discovery is exciting, yes? Before you leave, perhaps spend some time with other friends. We all help each other here. Perfect. I'm really sorry about that, that black smudge on here. On the video. Oh yeah, when you still roam the boundaries of this universe, how I envy you. My time in reality is long past, but I miss it greatly. Perhaps might help an old soul and share the things, give data planets. Let's give us some more nanites, because we were scanning so much stuff. Traveler hopes to make progress. Traveler test themselves. I will help. In exchange, progress or progress. I don't like your head. Or wealth, perhaps. Experience or materials. Both valid. Today, gold nuggets. I don't have any. Sorry. I do have a bunch of milestones, though. Let's exchange those, too. Where are we sitting at? 2.3k. There's Celine. Traveler new, your suit is an extension of yourself. Let me aid you. Well, the first thing I want to do is get the hazmat gauntlet and the personal refiner. Now then, what about this? Let's see here. Get this. Get this. Oh my gosh, I only have 7 salvage data left. Lovely. Now that's great. I'm gonna have so much work to do. Can't even make my farm because I don't have enough salvage data right now. Guess I'll just get this then. I don't have a lot of resources I can spend here. Oh. I'll save my nanites. I want to get a ship as well. Nana and Polo drift between worlds and worlds. There are many. Have you seen them, traveler friend? Nana wishes they could. Nana regrets much. Traveler Entity is free to make their own path. Find Artemis Entity. Explore with others. Travel to great sights. Proceed as you will, Traveler Entity. We will aid you. Others will aid you also, even if you seek the Crimson Lyre. So yeah, Nana is a Cortex, and they don't really believe in the Atlas. Or, no, not that they don't believe. The Cortex really do believe in it. It's like their god, but like, Nana doesn't. We're gonna ask for help with Artemis, because Nana will give us some more nanites for that. That's out of the way. I'll pick up some of my stuff from here. No, stop that. Let's see here. Collect expedition rewards. I want the survey escape for sure. I want this Lost Anglers rig as well. Get this. I have the Utopia Speeder, but I also have where is it? Oh, my Sentinel Quad Egg. Should get that at some point. I get this, get this. I have the Golden Vector, which is I got from the rerun of Cartographers they did the other year. You can't get this anymore. At least not without cheating the game. Let's see here. Fossilized egg. Wraith. Let's see about this. And there we go. We got fishing bait now. So the Boundary Herald is an explorer class starship. It's not really good for fighting, but it is good for travel, especially because it has all these upgrades to it. Pre-installed hyperdrive, fusion thrusters, launch auto charger too. Moreover, as the indium drive, which lets us go to all these other star systems. So, let's buy it then. Let's also get a different multi-tool. See, what do I want? Which one do I want? My experimental multi-tool optimally. There we go. This will be good for collecting units with, for scanning. Take multi-tool free. So yeah, there we go. Tomorrow I'm gonna do the expedition, probably on a different file too. So yeah, look forward to that. Because right now it's 7:07 p.m. I've got work to do. There's a cartoon with some Greek stuff, the Oasis of the Titans, or Class of the Titans. Then we just have to stop Kronos. I think I've heard of that. Yeah, I've heard of that. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'll probably have a Sentinel multi-tool by then. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks for watching. Terminal Velocity signing out. Have a good night, everyone. See ya.